2004 question 10b part 2. In the last clip we proved that for this particle here the maximum height reached is given by the expression shown. And in the next part of the question, part 2, we want to find out what the value of k is. And the information we're given is as follows. We're told if the speed of the particle is g when it has reached half its max height, find the value of k. So the speed is g when it's reached half the max height. In other words, h over 2, because we called it the max height h. So not forgetting that the initial speed of this object was 2g. We now have a new set of limits. So we start at 2g and we're now ending at a speed of g. Also we're starting at a height 0 and ending at a height h over 2. So let's start by putting down our new limits. Our new limits for v are starting at 2g and ending at g. And our new limits for s, our height, are starting at 0 and ending at h over 2, where h is the expression given in I above. This is effectively the only change from part 1 of the question. It's just a matter of putting in these new limits instead of the old limits that we had. So the quickest thing to do here is to go back to part I and find the place where we put in our original limits, and it was here. So this was the step where we first put in the limits in part I. So you need to go back to there and copy this down again without the limits and put in the new limits. So start from there, 1 over 2k ln 1 plus, it's kv squared plus g is equal to minus s, and the difference being we have a new set of limits 2g and g and 0 and h over 2. So now it's just a case of evaluating this to the finish, and we should be able to get a value of k from this. Okay, so let's just put in our limits then. This becomes 1 over 2k, the natural log of, put in the g first, so it's kg squared plus g. We put a bracket because we know that k is plus, minus the ln, put in 2g for v squared, and you get 4g squared k plus g. And the 1 over 2k is outside the whole lot, so make sure to put a bracket there. Is equal to minus s between 0 and h over 2, and again when there's a minus you can just flip the limits around and you get s between 0 and h over 2. This becomes 1 over 2k. And so we can use our rules of logs here, these just divide, so it's kg squared plus g over 4 kg squared plus g. Equals, and put in our limits on the right hand side, 0 minus h over 2. And maybe at this stage we can cancel our 2 on both sides, and to get rid of the minus on the h, multiply both sides by minus, and it becomes h is equal to the log of this minus the log of this. So these hop around, which means this one is now on top, so it's just like turning the log upside down. So it's log of 4kg squared plus g over kg squared plus g, and you could have cancelled the g's earlier, these g's just go, and you know you also not forgetting that there's still a 1 over k on the outside there, so it becomes h equals 1 over k, just tidy this up, ln 4 kg plus 1 over kg plus 1. this stage we can put in h, as we already have h evaluated in part I. H is 1 over 2k ln this. 1 over 2k ln 1 plus 4kg is equal to the ln of 1 plus 4kg over 1 plus kg. And there is still a k here. And now the k's cancel, and we can put the half in the power, because again, rules of logs, the number in front can go up in the power, and it becomes 1 plus 4 kg to the power of a half. And that's equal to the ln 1 plus 4 kg or 1 plus kg. And finally the logs can cancel. Saving both sides now. And it's just algebra from now on, and it's multiply across by 1 plus kg. So you have 1 plus kg on this side is equal to, on the other side, 1 plus 4 kg over 1 plus 4 kg to the power of a half. And this is an expression divided by its own root, which leaves you with the root of the expression. The root of the expression is, of course, 1 plus 4 kg, 1 plus 4 kg to the power of a half, and 1 plus kg over here. Standard way of getting rid of roots in algebra is to square both sides. On this side you get 1 plus k squared g squared plus 2 kg, and on this side you get 1 plus 4 kg. That all becomes k squared g squared, ones cancel, k squared g squared is equal to 2 kg, g's cancel, and one of the k's cancels, and you end up with k is equal to 2 over g.